All right, there we go. All right, what's up, ladies and germs? Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Illy and
Hey
Anna,
everybody.
our silent partner. How's it going?
Great. I mean, it's Friday, thank God. Memorial Day weekend's here. So let's
I've
enjoy
been
it.
I've been a good boy all week, so I'm just having some beers and chilling out. Yes, I'm glad it's Friday.
All right.
All right, now I did have a question for you. I don't know if you remember, but back when we were back when we first started emailing about the podcast and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you were saying something about Reddit. Do you remember what you were talking about?
Oh yeah, kind of. You could advertise or do something on Reddit.
Oh,
And then you
okay.
mentioned that you don't like Reddit or something. That it like from
Well,
time
I
to time.
always get kicked off for Reddit.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like, I'll just be chilling out, drinking or whatever on the weekend, and then somebody will be like, they got like Ask Reddit or all these different subreddits.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody be like, and you can tell it's like a young dude or maybe like a teenager, and he'll be like, what should I do if someone is keeps messing with my girlfriend or something stupid like that? And I'll be like, well, step one, you can give them a warning and ask and tell him nicely that he's got one more chance, and then if it happens again, the next step is violence.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I put, and I got permanently kicked off. And I do the same type of shit. Sometimes it's for different reasons, but just stuff like that. I think they're just too woke, man. On Reddit, it's like let people express their opinion, man. It's not like you can assault somebody over the internet with typing words. I think it's stupid.
It's crazy.
But
It's like,
speak. What's that? Sorry. Go ahead.
no, no, guys, no. Say what you're gonna say.
All right. Speaking of Reddit,
Mm-hmm.
this had me cracking up. So, all right, and I saved it because I wanted to bring it up on the podcast. It says, "My daughter." Wait a minute. My daughter keeps calling me rusted from the back and refuses to explain what it means. It says, I generally need help figuring out if this is really slang or if my daughter invented a phrase specifically to torment me. Over the past few weeks, my 15-year-old daughter has started calling things rusted from the back. The problem is she absolutely refuses to explain what it means. First time was after I came inside from mowing the lawn and sat on the couch all sweaty. She looked at me, shook her head, and said, Dad, you rusted from the back. And she walked away laughing. I don't know. I thought that was fun. And like I said, at first I thought it was a woman, which was even funnier. But and then so this person's going on Reddit asking people to help him, and they came up with a bunch of. I'm not gonna sit here and read a Reddit post the whole episode, but the people were coming up with some funny shit about it. All right,
That's
I'm gonna
funny.
be honest. I really don't have any current events. I don't know if you brought anything this week.
Uh, Kind of. I mean, I've been doing some. Okay, I guess this is on a how's this financial, in my own opinion too, but conspiracy. A major bank, especially for military, right?
Yeah,
So I found out they're actually known to have a lot of lawsuits. Look, they're a great institution. I get it. Blah blah blah. My whole point is that there's some parts that kind of play on their, I guess, location demographics and how they approve of loans or anything else. Being a big girl, I had to pay off something real quickly, but it was something based off where me and my bank, we had a little argument because an honor policy, if someone uses your card, hey, here's a proof, here's all of that. And it's like, no accountability. But the moment that, I want to be an adult, make sure that I'm looking at trying to get a house. So I'm looking at, you know how the VA can be, they're strict with everything, so
Yeah.
just finished paying off some, whatever, like 6, 7 grand real quick, get this out of the way because even though we have a dispute going on, so I literally have to put like a file a complaint because fine, well, we'll handle this situation because at this point you're not going to give me back my money. Like I had money already in my account, which maybe I should have switched it out, right? But and so for me, it's just kind of like it's fine. I get it. Get it settled. Do the Adele thing, but who doesn't love cash? Who doesn't love having extra stuff? So for me, it's just interesting how it's a process that they go through where they didn't even honor their policy. And so for me, it's like, I'm really actually annoyed. Okay. Look, I'm not a person that I usually let things go. I'm very, for the most part, like passive, but I'm finding out more about this where I'm like, there are a lot of people, there's a lot of like, look, there's a lot of other veterans, active military and everything, but a lot of people who have literally gone through a lot of crap because of this. And so now for me, it's kind of like, I'm curious to know from other veterans and other perspectives of what they've dealt with themselves. And then from there to kind of go like, look, here's a runaround of what you can do because, it's in the end, you can be screwed, depending on how severe things could be. So.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on your credit score.
Sure, yeah.
Overall, but I mean, I really just got lucky because for whatever reason, no, there really was a reason. I wanted to move somewhere where I could hunt like nearby, like go talk to the neighbors. Like I probably can't afford to I'm not a farmer, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't get that kind of land, but I wanted to move near them and get to know them. Like, hey, you want me to get rid of these deer that keep coming eating all your shit? I'll get rid of them. You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly.
It started out like that. And then, so we wanted to move. And that was my idea when I moved. And it was in 2020. And the rates were like, I think my rate is like 2.3% or something like that, which is amazing. And I just got lucky because I happened to get this idea at that time. But when it came down to it, I'm coming home from work and my wife's calling the real estate people, and then we're looking at 3-4 houses every night, and I got so tired of it. I'm just like, at first I was looking for land and to live near farmers, and then by the time it was over with, I basically told her like, hey, you find a place you like, just let me know and we're moving. Well, because I just got so sick and tired of looking. It went on for like months. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, Veterans United is a good company to get with. That's who I use. Yeah.
Sweet. But yeah, I didn't mean to ramble on about finances, but it's okay.
No, yeah. I'll tell you, you're right. I thought you were going to start talking about gas prices because.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'll thank everybody for listening. Like a lot of people listen on their way to work, on their commute to work, or maybe they're sitting in their shitty ass little cubicle or whatever. But then we got a lot of people that are truck drivers. And if you're an owner operator right now, it's like $6 a gallon where I'm at. It's like, I don't even know how you can make ends meet. It's almost like you're driving just to make your truck payment and you're not making any profit. I mean, of course they got to raise their prices, but everybody else is doing it too. So I get that, but it's just bullshit, man. I know Trump always seems to have a good idea how to get out of some of these messes that this country's in. We need to hurry up and figure it out right now because it's out of control, man. And I know he's dealing with in Iran. They killed everybody. They killed all the leaders. So he came out and said one day, he's like, I really don't even know who I'm talking to because we killed everybody. You know what I mean? So like he doesn't even know who to negotiate with, right? So it's like, all right, we're kind of stuck now because they're not backing down. He's been coming out every week for about the last 3 or 4 weeks. He's like, okay, if we don't come to a conclusion here in the next few days, bombs are going to start flying. But that hasn't happened. It's like he's bluffing, and that's not like him. So I don't know, man. It seems like we're at a stalemate. And usually for me, I've been involved in a lot of war and a lot of deployment that come to find out it was bullshit and we shouldn't even have been there to begin with. But I'm almost at the point now, it's like, all right, go ahead and start dropping bombs because people can't afford this shit. You know what I'm saying? Something's got to be done.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, so the main topic here this week is so we were talking about basically like me, Anna, and Illy were messaging about like mental health issues, and it's just kind of funny how around the same time that the insane asylums or sanitarium or nut house or whatever you want to call it, the same time that those went away was when we flipped the switch from, and this is me talking, they didn't say that, I'm saying this. We flipped the switch from like serial killers to like school shooters. And to me, that has something to do with these SSRIs, which also came into play right around the same time that they got rid of these mental hospitals and stuff. But I got a clip. It's kind of funny. Anna, you want to bring that clip for the YouTube clip up?
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
All right, let's go, Anna.
Have you guys, this is from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This is like in the 70s. 79, I think it said.
All right. Mr. Harding, you've stated on more than one occasion that you suspected your wife of seeing other men.
Oh, yes. Yes, very much. I suspect her. I suspect her.
Well, maybe you can tell us why you suspect her.
Well, I can only speculate as to the reasons why.
Have you ever speculated, Mr. Harding, that perhaps you are impatient with your wife because she doesn't meet your mental requirements?
Perhaps, but you see, the only thing I can really speculate on, Nurse Ratched, is the very existence of my life, with or without my wife, in terms of the human relationships, the juxtaposition of one person to another, the form and the content.
Hardy, why don't you knock off the bullshit and get to the point?
This is the point. This is the point, Tabor. It's not bullshit. I'm not just talking about my wife. I'm talking about my life. I can't seem to get that through to you. I'm not just talking about one person. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about form. I'm talking about content. I'm talking about interrelationships. I'm talking about God, the devil, hell, heaven. Do you understand? Finally!
Yeah, Hardy, you're so fucking dumb, I can't believe it.
Oh. It makes me feel very peculiar when you throw in something like that.
Why? What does that mean? Peculiar, Harding. Peculiar. Harding. Peculiar.
I want to tell you guys something. You just don't want to learn anything. You just don't want to listen to anybody.
Wait a minute.
He's got intelligence.
Wait a minute. You've never heard the word peculiar? Say, what are you trying to say? Trying to say I'm queer? Is that it? Little Marianne? Little Marjorie Jane? On the street? Huh? Is that it? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that your idea of communicating something to me? Is it? Well, is it?
Oh, they're all crowding in on you, Mr. Harding. They all ganging up on you.
Is that news?
No, they sometimes want to gang up on me too, but
Cheswick,
well,
do me a favor.
Huh?
Take it easy
Take it.
and stay off my side.
But I only want to help you.
I understand.
But don't you want me to?
Please.
But I only want to.
Please.
But I only want to help you.
Please. You see, the other day, you made some allusions, both of you, to sexual, yes, allusions, not illusions, allusions, to sexual problems I might be having with my wife. All right, let's say it's true. Let's say I know it to be true, but you don't. And if that's your idea of trying to tell me something, you got another thing coming.
Hardy, you're some kind of morbid asshole or something.
Asshole.
Makes you feel peculiar. Been talking about your wife ever since I can remember. You know, she's on your mind and blah, 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 on and on and on.
Talking about my wife. When are you going to get that through your
fucking head? What are you going to wise up? I don't want to hear it. Please, don't peculiar.
I'm tired.
Then it's a lot of baloney. It's a lot of baloney. I'm tired. All right, you know you're tired. We're all tired. I'm tired, and it's a lot of baloney. You're not bad, Mancini.
All right. Thank you, Anna. Very good. It's like a just a group of misfits. Does it remind you of the army a little bit?
It
I don't
does.
know. You weren't in the infantry, which is where they throw all the bottom of the barrel. But I mean that group reminded me of the army a little bit.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, with Jack Nicholson there too.
Yeah.
Classic. So.
Yeah. So a good old insane asylum nut house.
I feel like you just need him to come out with like, "Here's Johnny," just a hint of The Shining right there. So
Yeah.
you know, he's just missing the road real quick. So.
So, have you ever heard of the JFK Unconventional Warfare Center? It's Fort Bragg, which is now Fort Liberty. Have you ever heard of that?
A little bit, but not too much. Not really.
I mean, it's the home base for psychological operations.
Oh, are you talking about like MK Ultra and all that?
Yeah, I mean, you said it, not me, but that's basically what it is. Okay, let me. Have you ever heard of Michael Aquino?
Might have, only if it has to do with that topic. I'm sure I heard something about it, and it's definitely like some weird subconscious.
He wasn't stationed at Fort Bragg, but he worked at Fort Bragg in the psychological operations program, and I think he was like a lieutenant colonel by the time he retired. but he was also like a popular satanic worshiper. Like he wrote books and stuff after he got out. Yeah, because this is back, I mean, he was in during Vietnam, but I think he probably retired like in the 80s at some point. But then he started writing these books about satanic worship, and it's just weird because it feels like Nazis, satanic worship, and psychological operations all have like a link. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so MK Ultra has direct ties to Operation Paperclip. Are you familiar with that?
No, maybe let me know a little bit more.
All right, so
CIA?
after World War II, they had what were called rat lions. Okay, and the Vatican and the Red Cross united together and acted like they were helping the kids that were. They wanted it to sound like they were helping kids who got orphaned from the war and shit like that, but that's not what it was. Maybe some of them. So the rat lions they would basically get these Nazis new passports and sneak them off to like South America.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so like, but a lot of them came. Now, if they were valuable, they didn't go to South America. They came here to America. You know, like Werner von Braun, he was one of Hitler's right-hand men. And he was doing all kinds of screwed up experiments at these concentration camps and stuff. And next thing you know, he's running NASA.
You know yeah, nah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. I don't know if I brought it up to you, but I talk about it all the time on this show. But so it's like psychological operations that they were learned experiments and programs that they learned from the Nazis, which the Nazis learned from. They were all into the occult. If you dig back into it. And so like some of the people that, and I'm not saying they all went through Fort Bragg, but okay, Anna, can you bring up a list? Just type in Fort Bragg soldiers who were later convicted of murder. I'm not saying they were all MK Ultra but I feel like there was a period of time where they had to test out like the school shootings didn't start right away, but they had to test out their programming, right? For instance, like Timothy McVeigh, he was at Fort Bragg for a brief period of time. And he got hurt. But that's the other thing, like, they don't necessarily have to be in uniform. Like, he was at Fort Bragg. He could have went through this. For instance, who was this guy's name? One of the school shooters, James Holmes. You remember the one with red hair? Kind of tried to dress up like the Joker and shot all those people at the Batman movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard of. I remember that one.
That was one of the first ones, and so someone interviewed his. I think he's still alive, actually, but someone you still can't talk to this guy. He's so screwed up in the head. He was basically like a Manchurian Candidate, and he never went back to normal. But somebody interviewed his cellmate, and he was just going on and on about how they screwed him up with neuro-linguistic programming. You know, so it was like an MK Ultra program. Same thing. Maybe they started out in uniform, or maybe they ended up, just carrying out whatever they were brainwashed to do. Like Timothy McVeigh was there and got injured, and usually they'll process you out. Like especially if you're going to like SF school, they'll either they either send you back to your duty station that you were at, or they will reprocess you and give you another chance to run it back. But it sounds like he got hurt, and next thing you know, he was just a civilian, which is weird.
It actually is. Because I mean, with MK Ultra, when people discuss about it, how you're mistaken. Like people are like, oh, it's conspiracialist. Look, the human body, I mean, we have neurons and electrons that go in our body all the time. I mean, we're surrounded by electrons, neurons, and protons as well, even in the air itself, right? So, and the Earth is surrounded by an electromagnetic field. Without that, that's how the rocket ships, satellites, and everything would fall. It's possible if you're able to do the right tune in and actually you hit like a hertz or so, they would say, on the human body, then I mean it's completely possible. It's like art, enough electricity, right. So yeah.
See, there's a whole list. This dude was here from this year, convicted by a federal jury of first-degree murder, drug conspiracy, obstruction of justice in connection with the 2020 double homicide of a Delta Force soldier and a veteran on Fort Bragg. Second one, Alonzo Dargan Jr., 2023, pled guilty to the murder of his pregnant girlfriend and their unborn child in Georgia, receiving a life sentence. I mean, it's just a long list. And not all of these are going to be MK Ultra, but people like Timothy McVeigh and some of these school shooters, like I've always, and we've had people on this show. There's a guy that's been here probably 10 times, but the first time he ever came on was because his son, I'm not gonna explain the whole story, but his son was in the military, and he was in the Army, and then I think he got some kind of traumatic brain injury, and he was going through some shit, and then they put him on an SSRI, and he was showing no signs before that, and then 7 days later he was dead. And he's a buddy of mine now. He's been on the show so many times. It's like he works with the Grunt Style Foundation, the shirts and the hats and all that. He's been up to Washington, D.C. with them, trying to straighten out some of this shit that goes on. And he's also with the Save a Warrior program. So he's working his ass off, trying to make things right. I mean, you can't make things right, I mean, his son's gone, but he's doing everything he can,
I agree. But, the only thing you can do is try, especially, right. I mean, if it's giving him purpose too, I mean, he can probably help a lot of other people, so more power to him.
Right.
Straight
Yeah.
up for the best.
Who's this other guy? Hey, scroll down. See if you can find this guy, James Earl Armstrong. He might not even be on the list.
James Earl Armstrong. Are these
This
only
guy's-
Army too?
Yeah, he killed, or either that or his wife was,
Mhm.
because he killed his wife at Fort Bragg, but he had some kind of ties to New Orleans. So I thought you might find that interesting. There's so many people from Fort Bragg. Like I said, they call it Fort Liberty now, which is stupid.
Fort
We were
Liberty.
just talking about that last week. Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know. Maybe this will be a short one.
So they never found him then? Is that the whole deal right now?
Oh shit! I didn't even know she found it. I was over here looking at something else.
Yeah, she found
Jane had been barricaded in an apartment for hours before he was found dead. So probably killed himself, or he took on some fire. He probably killed himself. Seen on surveillance video using his wife's debit card. What a dumbass. I don't know. I can't really say that because, I mean, my wife's debit card is on the same account as mine. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people use, I mean, we share a bank account. You know what I mean? So, so they found him in Arizona. I don't know how he was tied to New Orleans. I didn't see anything about that.
I mean, there's a lot. Dude, did you hear about veteran PTSD and he ended up killing 8? It was a neighbor and 7 of his children. It happened in Louisiana though. I think like 3 weeks ago.
Yes, we talked about that.
Okay, yeah. So it's like
yeah, because it was oh shit. I think the name of the episode was called Springtime Occult Sacrifice, because people always die in that week. It was the beginning of April, correct?
Yeah.
See, yeah, that's why we were talking about it. Yeah, so how did that go down? I talk about so much shit on here, I can't remember. But a lot of them were his kids. Maybe a couple of them were like nieces and nephews or something like that. It sounds a lot like, possession or something, because. And that same episode we talked about. So we went all the way back to Jack the Ripper. Okay.
Yep.
So, you know how they say this happens every time we're getting off track, but it's a fine. I was running out of shit to talk about the Fort Bragg. But you know how like they assumed he was a physician because the cuts were like so precise. Have you ever heard that?
He could use a scalpel perfectly with precision.
Yeah. So they're like, it wasn't just random. Like he knew what he was doing, but it's the same shit. Have you ever heard of Skinwalker Ranch?
I remember that.
So like, it's kind of the same deal. Like they just find these cattle, like missing organs and shit with no blood. You know what I mean? It's like some kind of a possession / sacrifice, and the first week of April is historically. That's how it always goes down. I wish I had the shit pulled up but I mean we already covered it
A good bit
right
of it.
around that time. But anyway, so Aleister Crowley was over there in England around that time, right? When I'm talking about Jack the Ripper. And so I think the next year, that was when Hitler was born. I'm not saying they were trying to like manifest the Antichrist or something like that. I'm just saying it's just weird that Jack the Ripper, Aleister Crowley, it all went down in the same area. Next thing you know, Hitler was born. He didn't know who his parents were, or he didn't know who his father was for sure. Could have been Jack the Ripper, could have been somebody else.
Sure.
But, yeah,
So-
it's just.
I didn't know Crowley. Hey, sorry, because the headphones died, so I'm just putting in something else so it doesn't make
No,
noise.
it's all good.
But Crowley, I didn't know that he was so Crowley, because I remember when he died, obviously some things about him are pretty interesting, but because when he passed away, he had said, okay, I have like this weird habit, don't laugh, and it's still relevant on topic, but to a lot of famous individuals, right, what I'll find is what were their last words? I want to know what was their last thought. And so for Alex Crowley was that he said, I'm perplexed. And he said, God, I'm perplexed, and something else has to involve more of God. So it's kind of interesting because, the Masons and everything else he knows from the occult, but what's waiting for him on the other side. So being perplexed, it was kind of like, what are you perplexed about? Because you lived your life this way. You can be infamous or famous depending on what your effects, what you left behind, your legacy, right? So what did you see during that time? That's what I always like to find out. But I didn't know that he was there, I guess, at the same time when Hitler. I mean, I guess it didn't occur to me because obviously they were living around the same time.
All right.
That's what it was, yeah.
Anna, bring this up. What you bring up when did Jack, okay, you already got Jack the Ripper pulled up. What was the date? Oh, she's already got Crowley pulled up. Mm-hmm. So he died on his deathbed in 1947, saying, I am perplexed, Satan, get out. Oh, yeah, they always change their mind at the last minute. That's like Werner von Braun. Mm-hmm. He's got a Bible verse on his tombstone. And he was a Nazi, who else did that? So many people.
That's crazy.
So, let's see. One of the murders was in 1919. I know I'm not crazy. Let me look here.
Oh, yeah, there's one right there. It says 1919.
What year was Hitler born? Okay, he was born in 89. Hitler. He was born on 4/20/1889.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Right here. Jack the Ripper. His last known murder was November 9th, 1888. That almost lines up perfectly. All right. I'm not even worried about Crowley. He was a jackass. I don't care if he was over there or not. But I know he was into all that shit.
Yeah.
trying to manifest,
Mhm.
trying to manifest feminine goddesses and shit like that, like the moon child,
Mhm.
the Babylon working out in the desert. Have you heard about that?
Not about the desert. What's that?
That was with actually Crowley wasn't there, but he trained. So you know who L. Ron Hubbard is?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
So L. Ron Hubbard and Jack Parsons were doing like sex magic out in the desert, trying to manifest the Babylon entity, the whore of Babylon.
Mm.
Yeah. And I still can't believe these people fall for this Scientology shit. That guy, Crowley was a fucking fraud. L. Ron Hubbard, he's another fraud. He's just a jackass. And then how did all these people turn to Mormonism? What was his name? Was it Joseph Smith?
I think so. Hold on.
He was everyone in his town back then knew that he was like Joseph. Thanks,
Yeah.
Anna. She's all over it today.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. She doesn't. Go ahead.
Yeah, Joseph Smith. So he lived from 1805 to 1844. Religious leader and founder of the Mormonism and the Latter-day Saints movement. But when he was younger, he would get arrested for like carnival shit, like trying to rip people off, trying to find a cheap way, take the easy way out to make money because he didn't want to work. You know what I mean? Like ripping people off and shit. And he would get arrested. And then next thing you know, he claims that he found all these gold tablets. And he was also a Freemason, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And found all these gold tablets. And the next thing you know, he's starting his own religion. And he's got like, isn't that how cults always start? It's like, hey, dude, I'm going to need your wife. So next thing you know, he's got like 8 wives. You know what I mean? Like Mormonism is one of the, I guess there's other religions that believe in that too, but.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting though.
All right.
I mean, Mormons is a interesting, a little,
Yeah.
It's yeah.
I've had someone here on the show here, and some people just wake up like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean? And then they just leave camp. But but you could say that about a lot of religions, I guess. You know what I mean?
Everything's perfect. It's the whole sister wives, that part where I'm like, all right, still first estimate. That's okay. So.
All right. Hey, Anna. All right, I was talking about this not too long ago. I'm going to play one more clip here. I sent it to you. I think we might have brought this up last week, or somebody brought it up about the Matrix, or who wrote the Matrix, or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Supposedly
prequels to the beginning of the Matrix. Sarah Connor is actually Neo's mother. So JC, John Connor.
Supposedly this lady wrote.
Sorry?
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was just saying supposedly this lady wrote The Matrix and
okay.
The Terminator. Go ahead and roll.
Christ grows up to be Neo, one and the same in the Matrix. The Matrix is in the future. The Terminator is the past. It's time travel, past, present, and future time travel. It's the second coming of the Christ, the evolutions of consciousness, man versus the machine. So the machines, the Terminator machines, hear that a child is going to be born that's going to terminate them in the future when they oppress man. It's a man versus the machine. It's God's children versus man's children, which was technology. They know it's Sarah Connor, and they have to kill her, terminate her, so she won't have the baby. And Kyle Reese, he comes from the future to protect her, and he inadvertently gets her pregnant. And he has to go back to the future. And so it's the Immaculate Conception, because now she's pregnant, and she fell in love with a man, but did it really happen? Did he exist? My job is to come here and waken people. That's what the Matrix is about, to wake you up from the Matrix, to get you out of the illusions and the lies and the ignorance. The red pill is about the blood of the living beings. The black and the blue ink is the machines. But this is the humans' world. We are the winners. They are the losers. So people need to exert their free will regardless of what anybody wants. People have to wake up and shift their consciousness so they can create, so they can build. Everything must change.
You're not as free as you think you are. You're in bondage in more ways than you imagine, and it's a different kind of slavery, very dangerous kind of slavery, that the mind and how we concede ourselves to people without any thoughts, any challenge, and we're so willing to surrender.
Man wants to be free. Look, everybody loved the Matrix and Terminator because it woke them up. They didn't even realize they were in the dream. They didn't realize they were in a simulation. They didn't realize they were in the illusions. But now that they are awakened, they will fight. A Terminator is the pre.
Okay. Ellie, you got anything else?
So for the creator of it, because I've heard of her story, and then it was a lawsuit, because it's awesome because she was still able to send out her message, right? I guess on a controversial was what happened to the twin brothers that ended up making the Matrix. Now I don't want to hit a certain touchy subject or anything like that, but
I know. I have heard that she was kind of a fraud, or either that, or maybe she's trying to say that the idea was stolen from her. Who knows what really happened? You know what I mean? But I hear you.
Yeah.
So you're saying that what happened to the twin brothers now?
They ended up so because of the whole same thing she was talking about, the awakening, was that their punishment, or something happened to them that because they wanted to expose it to the whole world, that they became transgendered. So they both ended up becoming male to female. They actually dress up, I mean, they are women now. So,
Yeah. I did see a clip on that. Look at Anna pulled this up already. Good job.
It's all in a row.
It's all over it. All over it. Hey. All right. Let's end it on a humorous note. All right, scroll up on Instagram. This black dude that was talking about the shift manager. This dude's hilarious.
That's it.
Hear me, Anna? Or should I bring it down? Okay. The Instagram shift leader clip. Now up. Keep going. Right there.
Niggas calling me, hey, Nav, can I get off today? Today my birthday. Nigga, fuck your birthday. Your birthday ain't as important as a motherfucking fry being dropped. Nigga, you is 43. You had 42 years to celebrate your birthday. Now that I'm the shift leader, nigga, fuck your birthday, nigga. You bring your ass in, nigga. Niggas calling me, hey, Nav, can I get...
Right, I thought that dude was hilarious.
That was funny, actually.
Hey, that's he's probably a Trump supporter because you know what I mean? Like it's kind of how people see Trump as like he's being a dick, but he's doing it for business reasons. But like I said, he better figure some shit out real quick with these gas prices.
Yes.
Because
100%.
$6 a gallon for diesel is not gonna cut it.
Premium.
All right. So, anybody's got any questions, comments, bitches, gripes, complaints? conspiracysoldiers@yahoo.com. Conspiracy Soldiers on Instagram, Patreon, YouTube. Phone number 313-583-7646. Call or text. You want to plug your Instagram or anything? Anything else?
Sure. You want me to put it on the chat or?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this real quick.
And don't forget to send me that video.
Oh, yeah.
And also message me and tell me exactly what you want from me because I don't even just tell me what you want me to do.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna send it to you guys and then you're gonna see how it is, okay? There's my Instagram. So yeah, I'm excited.
Wait, where's it at?
I put it in the chat.
How do I bring that up? I don't see any bubbles or anything.
Oh, it's because it's a private chat. Comments.
Oh, here it is.
Sweet.
Let's see. We're still learning this StreamYard, but it's pretty kick-ass. I like it.
Definitely.
Anna, do you know how to share that? I have no idea. And I forget how to share the screen.
Can you share my screen?
Here, let me
I'm
try.
on the page. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, shit. All right. Wow. You know what? I'll put it in the show notes. Now that you sent it to me, I got it. I will put it in the show notes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Anna, you did good. Ellie, it was good having you as usual. Thank you.
Thank you. You're amazing. So you're amazing. Anna, you're amazing. So
Yes, you did awesome.
Anna
I ain't
did
gonna lie,
amazing.
you both did awesome. But I complained a little bit to Anna on like in private last week, and she was just pulling shit up without being asked. Like as soon as we talked about it, like that was great. So
Last time.
yeah, good job.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Tell your friends. And we'll catch you next week. Conspiracy Soldiers is going dark.
Peace.